Welcome back in the swing studio here. It's Mike Newton and we've got a little head-to-head iron comparison here for you with the new JPX-900 Tour. Absolute beautiful looking golf club, forged head, against Ping's new iBlade iron. So Ping's very sort of new game improvement iron, classic players iron here, superseded the S55 model. They call it a blade, but it's, as you can see, it's obviously got that little bit of cavity in the back there. Against Mizuno's Tour JPX-900, again, a little bit of cavity, forged head. Ping isn't forged, Mizuno is forged, okay? I know Ping have dabbled a little bit in the past with the answer iron in terms of forged, but they've come away from that. They've never really done a quality forged iron. Mizuno obviously just, the name speaks for itself. As their tagline suggests, nothing feels like a Mizuno. So, going to put these head to head, maybe just have a little look at some numbers of how they sort of compare, maybe a little bit of info on the feel, obviously a forged against a non-forged, see if there's any difference there that we sort of feel. Just one thing to bear in mind, these are fitting irons. Unfortunately, Ping give me 7 irons, Mizuno's are 6 irons. So we've just got to weigh this into account. Just having a little look at loft numbers here. These are more what we call traditional clubs, so better players iron generally. So these are more of what I call them maybe more of a neutral loft. So as we know, some of these game improvement irons, lofts have got stronger in the to hit these bigger distances. These are more truer. So these are clubs are really aimed at somebody who can collect the strikes quite central, consistently, and also somebody who's looking for more consistent ball flight characteristics in terms of launch, spin, and distance. Okay, so it's not always a club that somebody's trying to max distance out. This isn't going to give you these. This is more feel, looks, hitting consistent numbers. The loft of the Ping 7 iron is 34 degrees. Okay, the Mizuno 6 iron in the Tour is 30 degrees. Okay, so I know we've got different clubs here, but the lofts are the same. So what I'm sort of saying here, if we had a Mizuno 7 iron, it will be exactly the same loft as this Ping 7 iron. So obviously we're going to have a distance gap here when we look at these numbers, but we've just got to take into account we're hitting these. But the loft numbers are identical. They just change ever so slightly in a couple of the Ping irons where they're just half a degree, either more or less. So it's absolutely minimal really. So really they're identical. So it'll be interesting to see on sort of spin numbers here. So we're going to start off with the Mizuno first, 6 iron. I've just moved myself out 184 yards from a green here, so we're going to hit a few shots, and we'll come back and see you shortly. So shot number 1 with the Mizuno, quite a nice strike there, a little soft draw, just hitting that green quite nicely. 174 carry. Okay, shot 2 with the Mizuno. Again, just a little bit pushy, but hitting target. Quite happy with that shot. Good strike. Pretty much identical ball next to each other. 175 carry. Okay, shot 3. Little bit low in the face on this strike. Little draw, but again, hitting the green here, so quite happy. Pitching that one at 175 also. Okay, shot number 4 here, just a bit of a low toe strike here, didn't quite get hold of that one, it's just dropped off a bit of distance there. Still hit the green though, but it carried down at 166 purely on strike there. Okay, last shot with the Mizuno, the 5th shot, really nice straight ball flight there. Again, just a little bit toey, but very pleased with the result there. Carrying it at 175. Okay, so that's the Mizuno hit, 5 shots. Hit that pretty well in terms of the direction, hitting the green, hit all green with all 5 shots there, which I'm more than happy about. A couple of slight toe shots there, but felt great. I mean, obviously, it's forged, it feels great. If anybody's hit a Mizuno, it is a bit very buttery-like feel, sort of soft feel, and that felt exactly the same. It felt a little bit tinnier when I missed the middle, which you sort of expect with that nature of club. Obviously not quite as forgiving on the perimeter weighting there, or the forgiveness isn't quite as much there as, like, say, the forged version or the hot metal, obviously, version. But hit target quite nice there, so it'll be interesting to look at some numbers. Just flicked over into the Ping iBlade, which is now the 7-iron here. So this is 34 degrees of loft. I've left myself out the same distance, so I'm possibly going to see these balls land a little bit short of the green here now. But let's start hitting a few of this, and we'll see how this one performs. Okay, so the first shot of the Ping iBlade, just cut, it's a fraction heavy, but nice and straight. Again, obviously just pitching a touch short here because we are hitting 7-iron, which is 34 degrees. That pitched at 167. Okay, second shot with the Ping. Quite a nice shot again, hitting target. A little bit further with this one. That carried at 172. Okay, shot number 3 with the Ping iBlade. Lovely. Seen a higher ball flight, definitely. Little soft draw. Again, hitting the green, doing quite well today. Carrying 172. Quite interesting. Shot 4 with the Ping iBlade. First real loose one here. I've just pulled that and turned it over left here. So this is going to travel a little bit further, I'd imagine, its carry. Yeah, 184 there, purely because I've pulled it there. Okay, fifth and final shot with the Ping iBlade. Again, lovely strike there. Just a little bit left of target, of the pin, but hitting target, which is very pleasing. 174 carry. Okay, so there's a batch of shot with the Ping iBlade. 5 shots hit. We've hit 5 with the JPX-900 Tour. So let's have a little flick over and have a look at some numbers and see if there's any real big differences between the two, or are they performing the same? Let's have a look. Okay, so number time here, guys. We've got the Mizuno in the red and the Ping in the white here. So please, again, just to make you aware that the Mizuno Tour is a 6-iron, which is 30 degree loft. The Ping 7-iron is 34 loft. So we are hitting a 6 against a 7 here, so we do need to bear this in mind. So let's have a look at ball speed first. This is very interesting here. So 122.3 against 121.3. Hardly any difference there between the two, which is quite surprising. Launch angle, as we would expect, launching higher with the 7-iron, 34 degree, than the 6-iron at 30 degree. That's how it should be. Backspin number here. Again, quite interesting here, 5846. This is a 6-iron, yet I spun that a little bit more than the Ping 7-iron here. So I'm generally quite low on my spin, but that's quite a high number there. So I've got one at 6.2 there. So as you can probably see, strikes moving this around a little bit more here. I did get a few sort of low strikes with the Mizuno, which is probably just popped that spin up a little bit more. The first one with the Ping I caught a touch heavy, so that's dragged a little bit spin off it, which has maybe just brought that number down a little bit. But a little bit less spin with the Ping one there. Looking at carry distance. Interesting, 173 against 173. That's a 6-iron, that's a 7-iron. But let's delve in a little bit more here. So there's that one I caught a touch heavy, which obviously dropped off a bit more at 166. There's that one I pulled, that missed 18 yards left. That was just a bad swing there. So as we know, when we pull a shot, the ball's going to fly off with a little bit less spin, a little bit lower on the launch, obviously more ball speed there because we're closing the club face, and the ball ends up going out a little bit further. So that's a bit of an exaggerated number, but I'd maybe say those two cancel each other out a little bit. So you've got to look at it as an average there. I felt like I struck the Ping one better, to be honest. The off-centre hits just felt a little bit more solid than maybe the Mizuno one. But quite interesting numbers there. I think the Ping one's just edging out a little bit there in terms of distance, but possibly coming because that spin number's a little bit lower there. Okay, everybody, so there's our little comparison done there between the Mizuno JPX-900 forged and the Ping iBlade iron. Just going back to sort of looks here as we present these down by the golf ball. I mean, they both look great. I mean, by far the best looking ping iron that they've ever made. I would say it's better than the S55. I think it looks great. The finish of the material, the metal, looks beautiful. It looks very, very sort of classy. Can you feel it's not forged? I think if somebody put that in my hand blindfolded, I probably would imagine that's forged. I would have said to myself, that's a forged golf club. It felt pretty soft, really. Now, whether that's that little bit of elastomer they've put in the back of the club, which is dampening vibration, giving you that feeling, I don't know. But it felt great, you know. Mizuno feels like a Mizuno. We know that's forged. That just feels beautiful. Again, the look on the Mizuno is that lovely sort of finish on there. It looks very neat behind the golf ball. It's not going to suit everybody's eye. It is a little bit smaller on the look, but both beautiful looking golf clubs. I could quite easily put them both down and put them straight in my golf bag. You know, they look wise for me. They tick a lot of boxes. When I missed the middle, I did strike the ping a little bit better. Whether that's just because it's a 7-iron, I don't know. But when I did miss it, I just felt I had a little bit more give with the ping iBlade against the Mizuno. The Mizuno felt a lot tinnier and a bit more vibration up the shaft, where I just caught it a little bit low in the toe there. Just possibly affected the spin numbers a little bit, spun it up a little bit more. The ping one spun it a little bit less, which is surprising when there's 4 degrees of difference of loft. So the ping's just edging it out a little bit more. So I think, me personally, through that test, the ping's just going to edge it for me. Look, I love the finish of the head. I love the look of that. Because it's not forged, it doesn't bother me. It feels quite soft, so that doesn't really bother me too much. The fact that I'm just getting a little bit more forgiving when I miss middle, that ticks a lot of boxes as well for me. So yeah, for me, the ping's just edging it. But you're in an individual, you need to go and test these yourselves. You might find that completely the other way around. You know, I think players definitely, what I find through fitting sessions, players definitely adapt to a certain look of club, and sometimes it's very influenced by the brand. You know, the performance, I know it sounds strange, but they'll perform better for a certain brand if they've got loyalties with that brand, or they like the everything about that brand. You know, sometimes that can influence performance a touch. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found that video interesting there. You know, if you have been out or you've got either set of these, you know, comment below. Let me know how you've got on. What do you think of those numbers? Okay, give me a little bit of feedback. Please subscribe. I'm getting close to the 1,000 subscriber mark. It'd be great to push me over that. So if you can share this video around, that would be much appreciated. And hopefully we'll be in touch soon and with more videos. Thanks for watching.